I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but no amount of visualization, manifestation, and quantum leap content is gonna save you from yourself. Hi, my name is Bellatrix, and welcome to my channel. So, I crashed out again this morning, and I came to understand a lot of things. I'm making this video based on those realizations, so it's almost like something I would tell my own self. And the reason I said what I said in the beginning was because I watched so much content on manifestation techniques and quantum leaping, and only so much of it gets absorbed into my brain. Like, I didn't fully get it until now, because I feel like it's either super complicated or super simplistic, and I just feel like that didn't really help me really understand how to apply it to my life. So I'm here to offer a different perspective. And I tried everything: visualization, affirmations, vision boarding, gratitude journaling. These are all manifestation techniques, but somehow I'm still blocked. I mean, they did help me, especially visualizing and affirmations. I will go in depth into how that helped me, but it only got me so far. And I believe that's because my manifestations, my quantum leaping, is blocked by my own fears. And I will go in depth into that as well. This video is addressing everybody that is, well, if you're here, I assume that you want to manifest a different reality, you want a quantum leap, which means you're not very happy where you are right now. And I totally get it. Regardless of where you are in that process, I want to tell you, if you're in the very beginning, if you just came across the idea of manifestation and quantum leaping, I'm telling you, you're in for a fucking ride, because this shit is real, okay? And it takes a lot of work. See, that's the thing that I feel like people don't really say. People say that, oh, you have to change your thoughts, think positive thoughts, repeat affirmations, and na-na-na. And it's like, the more you do that, naturally your reality is gonna shift. But it's not very much that. There's a lot of conscious work that you have to do as well. That's what I'm trying to pass to you in this video. However, you can do all the manifestation techniques, but it'll only get you so far. Especially if you come from a survival place. If you're currently trying to survive your reality, in the sense of like the people around you, they're all the old vibration, right? The old you, the old life that you're trying to change. But the thing about manifestation is that it's not just about thinking different thoughts. It's about becoming someone new, someone that you've never been before. And that's terrifying. And there is, because your old life and who you have been in the past and who you are today is all that you've ever known. And for you to quantum leap into a different reality, you will have to be willing to let go of things in the past, such as places, people, identities, and perceptions. Because in our lives, our perception is 100% of our reality, but in the collective, it only counts for so much. And what you've known in the past was your perception, but it's a lot bigger than that. I just feel like there are different levels to how much certain manifestation techniques help us. I'm definitely gonna be just talking about my personal experience, but you know, if you had a different experience, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to read them. For example, in my head, I understand it this way, right? There's the manifestation techniques, there's visualization, affirmations, scripting, vision boarding, gratitude journaling, and all of that, right? And all of these things are supposed to lead to that quantum jump. And that quantum jump, meaning you jumping from one reality into another, is supposed to lead you to your manifestation, that your desired reality should be your manifestation, right? However, I feel like if you grew up in a survival mode, when you're trying to learn new ways to exist. You might have a lot of fears. Right in between the manifestation techniques and the quantum leap, there's a blockage by fear. I started working with affirmations in 2022, and what that did for me was it helped me get comfortable with certain ideas and certain truths about myself. So I started telling myself things that I've never heard many people tell me before, or certain things that I never allowed myself to think or hear. And the act of repetition, like affirming these things about yourself every day, normalizes it, and you get more comfortable with these things. So for example, I'm an intelligent woman. Let's say I haven't really heard many people say that before, and if I don't believe it, even if people say it, I'm not gonna take it in, right? I'm not gonna absorb it. But for example, let's say I started affirming for myself that I'm an intelligent woman. When I start affirming that, I start feeling uncomfortable, and I start questioning myself, why am I feeling so uncomfortable? And then I see the fears behind that and the assumptions behind that. If I affirm that I'm an intelligent woman, if I let myself be seen as an intelligent woman, I'm gonna come across arrogant, let's say. That was my assumption. And where did that come from? Oh, certain people in my family. But it's not fair. If I am an intelligent woman, then that's who I am. I shouldn't be scared of affirming that. It doesn't make me arrogant or less humble to acknowledge my skills and talents and qualities. So, not allowing myself to tell myself that I'm intelligent, I took it away and I never listened to it anymore. And when I started doing these affirmations consistently is the key, telling myself that I'm worthy, I'm intelligent, I started to feel like I'm my own cheerleader, and that I no longer needed as much external validation as I did before. And I can tell myself all these things that I wasn't really receiving from people as many times as I want every day. So it's like an unlimited supply of love and encouragement that I had available from within. So it definitely helped me build self-trust. And now I know that if I'm able to do that, it really did start changing my brain chemistry. Like I really did start feeling like more okay with those truths. And I started embodying naturally those truths. It felt like a breath of fresh air. Obviously, along with these healing techniques, there's therapy, of course. And I realized, you know what, my therapist was also doing affirmations for me, if I look at it this way. Because she was repeating to me, no, you are worthy, like look at it this way. So she was repeating these affirmations for me as well. And she was breathing life into me in that way. But I can do that for myself as well. Even up to this day, I still feel like I need a bit of external validation, somebody to mirror to me what I already know, or validate my reality still, but I'm still working on it. And then next, there's visualization. And visualization, it really exercises your creativity and imagination to design your reality. And it helps you visualize your desired reality. And some people visualize memories that didn't necessarily happen, but they create memories and they act like they went through them to kind of rewrite their story in a way, or to better act as if their desired reality already exists. But again, like any other healing technique and the manifestation technique, it's only effective to the extent that your fears allow. With visualization, I can only see as far as my fears let me. With affirmations, I can only affirm as much as my fears let me. Like, I'm 100% sure that there are still things about me that I'm scared to affirm up to this day. So you can see how it gets in the way of these techniques. And you can use as many manifestation techniques as you want, but they're only gonna get you so far, because we all have fears and assumptions that are subconscious, and we need to bring those to the surface. We need to face those if we really want to manifest a reality that never existed before, and if we want to become somebody that we've never been before. And that's where shadow work comes in. Remember when I said that I did affirmations, and there were certain things that I never dared to think before and never told myself, and even rejected when other people would say it to me. When I said that I tucked it away in my subconscious. It became part of my shadow. And the shadow consists of things that you don't like about yourself, or things that you're ashamed of, and yada yada yada. But the shadow isn't just that. The shadow also contains your gifts and qualities. The shadow is just the things that are in the subconscious. So, me being an intelligent woman is just there. How I feel about it is how I feel about it. But it's there. And if I don't want to look at it, I'm going to put it in my subconscious. And once you do shadow work, you start to reclaim your gifts, your qualities, and you also begin to look at the things that you're ashamed of and the things that you don't like about yourself. But if you've done manifestation techniques, if you've done therapy, if you've tried to heal, your self-worth is already higher. So you can look at the parts of yourself that you don't like or you're ashamed of with more compassion and understanding, not judgment. And because nobody is perfect, and neither are you, and that's okay. And then that's when you start integrating your shadow, the good and the bad. And when you integrate your shadow, you regulate your nervous system. And your nervous system must feel safe in your new identity for the leap to be real. And that's when embodiment happens. How are you going to act as if your desired reality already existed when your nervous system is screaming at you that that reality is dangerous? How are you supposed to act that way? How are you supposed to embody it? That's why the work is so important. How are you going to raise your vibration when the vibration of your fears is the one that dominates, not the one of your vision? You have to normalize how you would feel if you had your desired reality. So the manifestation itself is the result, not the tool. You can consciously manifest, but we also manifest from the unconscious all the time. Like Carl said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So why not make the unconscious work for us in our best interests? Because if you were born in survival, that's what you're wired for, survival. So if you don't want to continue the cycle, you have to put in the work. You have to heal. You have to heal before you're able to manifest your desired reality. Manifestation is simply the result of your current beliefs, your current energy, your current habits and emotions. And you know what the best part is? I used to spend a lot of time worrying about this. After you've done the deep work, your outer world begins to shift to reflect the new inner world. Like I'm saying right now, once you embody, you don't even have to worry about it. That's the magic. Embodiment leads the way. What's yours will find you. You know, part of like quantum leaping as well, you really have to be honest with yourself and with shadow work. You really have to be honest about what fears you have, because it's one thing to look at the past and try to fix old and heal from old patterns, but also, like I said, survival is what you've been wired for. Not only do you have to re-regulate yourself, you have to get ready for more. for what's to come. I use the metaphor of like temperature. Let's say in survival you're at -20, and then you want to regulate your nervous system. You want to get back to that regular baseline where you're healthy. That's 0 degrees. But you want to manifest something. Obviously, it depends on what you want to manifest. But me personally, I want more than just okay. So I don't want to get to 0 degrees. I want to get to +20. And that's a huge leap. You understand? You have to understand how big of a leap that is. And there's a lot behind it. There's a lot of identity shifting here. Not only when you just heal, but when you want to manifest something even bigger. And for people who grew up in survival, the end goal is leaving survival mode. Is getting from -20 to 0 degrees. I had a fear of losing who I am and losing the qualities that I am most proud of, which is this resilience, this constant looking for answers and trying to get out of survival. But who will I be once I'm out of survival? You know? What will I strive for? What else is there? Who am I if not for the girl who is trying to escape darkness? There's so much to uncover from that. You have to understand that when you want to quantum leap, that reality is so different than the one I've ever known. It's really big. It's very serious. And it's not only going to affect your life, it's going to affect the life of those around you too. Those who grew up around you, they grew up seeing you in a certain light. And when you decide to shift, you don't know how they're going to react. But besides that, like I said in the beginning, you have to be willing to let go of certain people, because you can't bring everybody along with you where you want to go. It's hard, it's messy, it's real, but it's also beautiful. It's a journey. And it really requires faith, self-trust, patience, and compassion. I even wear this bracelet that says faith here, trying to pull a Pavlov and think that I have faith with me every time I have it on. Just because it's new to me to just have faith that things will work out even if I don't know how right now. And I think it's important to respect your own story, your own timeline, your way of being and inner knowing while you're going through this. Everything will unfold. Trust that. There's this video from after school that I watched it once, I don't remember when, but then a year after that or 2 years after that, I watched it again and it suddenly made so much sense to me. It's called Survival versus Creation. I will leave the link below or on top here. I'm not sure how that works just yet, but it really breaks it down very easy to understand. There's visuals and everything. It's the teachings of Dr. Joe Dispenza, and it makes so much sense. Even if you want something, you want to manifest something, you want to become something consciously, your body might be going against those things in order to protect you. And this is about making your body and your subconscious work with you to reach your final destination. And I fully believe in that, doing so with compassion and understanding and patience. It's not as easy as it sounds, and it's gonna take a while. But I do believe that once you decide that you're worthy, once you decide that you're not scared, everything will start coming to you. It really is in your mind. Opportunities will come to you, people will come to you, you will attract better into your life. Once you truly feel like you deserve better, once you embody that, once you embody, you ain't gotta worry about it. This has been Bella Trutalby, and thank you for listening.